Welcome to Pokemon Infinite Fusion. Now, this isn't going to be like the generic Pokemon Fusion that you guys know. I'm going to be doing a Pokemon Infinite Fusion randomizer Nuzlocke, where we're going to randomize all the Pokemon to the maximum, including starters, stacker counters, gift Pokemon, and everything else. We're not going to be fusing everything because we do want to see Pokemon unfused also. Let's do trainers and let's do gym leaders, including their types. So Brock, our first challenge, could be any type from Dragon to Rock. So let's jump into the world of Pokemon Infinite Fusion. Let's start by nicknaming my rival. I'm going to go for Ollie, as that is kind of like my real life rival and he always has been. Let's save the game and jump straight into where I can finally pick my starter. That's because I'm superior, because you are Ginger Ollie. Oh my god. Okay, Jirachi is on there. Raichu is also on there, and a Blissey. So I've got a mythical Pokemon. The mythical Pokemon Jirachi. Or I've got a Raichu or a Blissey. I kind of need to go for Jirachi, right? I must go for a Jirachi. It's a mythical Pokemon, so he's going to fuse Raichu and Blissey, and I'm going to have to fight. But before that, let's give Jirachi a nickname. I'm going to nickname it Nova. It is finally time to fight our rival, Ollie. Sending out Blissey, the fused version of Raichu and Blissey. Now, I totally forgot that Blissey gives you so many experience points here. So Nova spams confuses Blissey straight away. I'm starting off with the most luck. Iron Jesus, you have to call me that through this entire playthrough. That's what my nickname is going to be, and Blissey goes down. Nova is successful, gaining 3 whole levels, pushing me to level 8 this early in the Fusion randomizer. So that's worthless, and Ollie's off to capture gym badges. To set off on the journey and start by getting Professor Oak's parcel. I know this is a Nuzlocke, but due to the fact that we have no Pokeballs, this route isn't counting, and I'm going to be able to come back and actually capture one of these random Pokemon to put into my team. So I zoomed back to Pallet Town after collecting the parcel. Talking to Professor Oak, he gives me the Pokedex and explains to me that there's 175,000 possible fusions to do in this game. He also then gives me some Pokeballs, allowing me to finally set out back onto that route and capture one Pokemon that could be in my team. Now, from the Pokemon we've seen, what do we want? I have no clue. All of them are amazing. And capture our first Pokemon. Who's it going to be? Ferrothorn. Now, this could be a little bit of a pain. Grass and Steel type though. So Ferrothorn is going to be joining the team. After weakening it and throwing nearly all of my Pokeballs, I really thought I wasn't going to be able to capture Ferrothorn and add him to the team. Luckily, I got the triple roll and caught him, and Ferrothorn is now in the team. Let's give him a nickname. I'm calling him Vine. After capturing Vine, I decide to go to the city and go to the Pokemart to stock up on items, and I do see a little delivery man. He then has a gift for me, which was randomized, and it's given me a Venonat. So I'm going to be keeping Venonat, as I do think it could be a good addition to the team, and I'm going to give it the nickname of Blue, because it's purple, because why not call it Blue? Next up, let's go to Route 2 and see what encounter we get for our second. We get an Anorith. Now, I'm really excited. I've seen some amazing fusions with Anorith. Nova weakens it just enough without killing it, and I almost capture it on the first Pokeball, but my luck runs out there, and slowly it wears down my Pokeballs all the way down till I'm on my last 3, and we finally capture it. Now, what nickname should we give Anorith? I think it's literally a shrimp Pokemon, so let's call it Shrimp. I think that fits it. Moving on in our journey is Route 22 and time for an encounter. But before that, it's time to fight Youngster Pat. who sends out Magnetic, which is Milotic and Magneton fused, which looks insane and definitely on the bulkier side. Can we just take a minute to appreciate this game and how amazing these fusions actually are? Because this looks like it could be a Pokemon, a full-time Pokemon, but it's not. So Milotic and Magneton, it's time for you to go into the Oblivion, and it's time for me to go and finally encounter my next Pokemon that's going to be joining me on this journey. Thank you for the Pokeball. Now what Pokemon are we gonna get? A pseudo legendary Pokemon, Gible. Already in the game. I'm so excited to have this. Let's weaken it with Swift. Swift critical hits and kills Gible, unfortunately, which means no luck for me. It's time to go into Viridian Forest, and what Pokemon do we encounter? Once again, another pseudo legendary, being Pupitar. I can't weaken it anymore. Swift would do too much, and Confusion would also do too much. So it's time for me to throw my 5 Pokeballs. Let's start spamming these Pokeballs. I've got 4 left. I need to capture this Pokemon. I've already killed 1 pseudo legendary. I don't want to be the pseudo legendary mass murderer. Call me RNGesus. Please let me capture this Pupitar. Onto the Premier Ball. No luck. I'm not going to have any luck, and it's time to kill Pupitar. Goodbye to Pupitar. Let's grab that antidote and move on. I have another fight. He asked me if I'm going to the Pokemon League. Now, I don't think I'm quite ready for the Pokemon League, but look at the Pokemon he has. Tyranitar and Quillfish fused. Don't get me wrong, it don't look amazing, but I love the face and how derpy it looks. And the fact that this random trainer's got the pseudo legendary Tyranitar shows me that Brock could literally have anything, and I really need to be prepared with fusions. That's what's terrifying me, and that's what I need to do. He's then going to send in Pinkiss, which is Pinsir and Togekiss. A bit of a fun fusion, I will say. And Rollout, of course, is going to be super effective and kill Pinkiss, leveling Vine up to level 8, giving me the XP that I need to start keeping up. Have a look at my bag, not got much, and it's time to move on to our rival battle. None of us have any badges. Let's see who's stronger, Resign or Ollie at this point. Clefairy comes out, Riolu and Cleffa looks amazing. I take this chance to start using Harden because Iron Barbs is going to be doing enough damage without me. I then see that it's got Minimize. Minimize struck a heartstring in me because I'm not going to be able to do any damage to this Pokemon if it keeps on going for Minimize. I then need to take this out. There's no other option for me. I need to take out Clefairy. How am I going to do that? I start getting some curses up, get my attack and defense up. That's my only hope of winning, and go for a rollout. Retaliate does nothing to me. Luckily Iron Barbs hits it, and Rollout hits twice, taking out Clefairy, allowing me to move on to the Blisschew, which is going to give me a mass amount of experience. After the Rollout does a bit of damage, and Static decides to demolish me at this point. Let's keep on going in for more damage, finally taking out Blisschew with Rollout. It's taken a little while because it's a Blissey, I mean. They've got a 1,000,000 health bar. Let's take it out. After Paralyze stops hurting me, Rollout takes out Blisschew. How much experience do we get? Well, Vine jumps all the way up to level 12, and our rival Ollie has been defeated. Let's go heal up my Pokemon. He's given me some DNA splices, which is giving me the thought, should I fuse some Pokemon? I think I should start fusing some Pokemon. So let's fuse Vine and Nova. I'm going to lean towards the Steel and Psychic type. I think that that's got more benefits to me, a bit less weaknesses, and yeah, let's go with that. So we've got Ferochi. Now, I definitely do not like the look of this Pokemon, but it's going to do me enough for now. While going through Viridian Forest, we encountered some Pokemon along the lines of these. Starting off with Trapinch and Azumarill, which was a really cool fusion. We then got Omossum, which is Omastar and Blossom. Once again, a really cool fusion. I can't really do much at this point, so I'm just battling some trainers, getting some money and moving through Viridian Forest. Pidgeynor was definitely my favourite one in the forest. Not that it looks amazing, but the fact that this guy had a Dusknoir and a Butterturn, a Butterfree and a Lantern fused to make this monstrosity. Let's go to Pewter City, heal up our Pokemon team. We then need to go onto the next route because I want to capture one more Pokemon after killing the pseudo legendary, so it's time to move on to the next route. What Pokemon do we encounter? A Larvitar, which was quite interesting, and also a Togepi. Now this looks really cool, along with being really strong. Togepi done quite a bit of damage. What Pokemon do I encounter? A fused Sandlord. So this is Sandslash and Wailord. So let's weaken it and start dashing some Pokeballs, hoping to God that we can capture it. We caught him on the first Pokeball. Lord, thank you, because I needed that. Lordo Sand is going to be the nickname I give him. I think it suits him really well. But I do unfuse them because I don't think they need to be fused. And I think I could do some better fusions, possibly. So let's go and unfuse Nova also, because I'm not too happy with how that turned out, and see what we can do. I decided to fuse Sandslash and Jirachi to see what Pokemon we can get. Now guys, I will say this Pokemon looks insane. Jiraslash looks crazy. Now I did try and give these Pokemon nicknames. There was kind of an issue with that. I don't know what the issue was. Jiraslash, the mouse, wish Pokemon looks amazing. I then decided to fuse Wailord and Ferrothorn together. And I decided to stick with Ferrothorn silhouette, but with Wailord's colours, just to see what this makes. And I've made this monstrosity of a Pokemon that's going to be a beefy boy into Waythorn. I then did try to give him nicknames, but nothing really worked. I take out Brock's gym trainers, and it's time to take Brock out. He is the normal type gym leader in my game. Luckily he didn't get Dragon Infused Dialga and Palkia like I thought he would earlier, but Sensprout comes out. That is Sentret and Bellsprout. Not going to do too much, allow me to take him out really quick. What's his next Pokemon? His ace in the hole going to be Porylix. That is Porygon Z and Steelix. So this boy is tanky and could technically output a lot of damage. I also like the fact that Brock kind of kept Onyx in the team, not meaning to, but Porylix was definitely the one. So let's start eating away at his health just a little bit. Hopefully we can confuse him to take him out a little bit quicker. I mean, they could have done a bit more with Porylix, I guess. I would have liked to see some digital effects coming off the Steelix. Finally confusing him, it's time to kill. I do go for a wish there just in case, because you never know when Porylix is going to one-shot me. Leveling Jiraslash up to level 13, I gain my badge and go and talk to this random guy sitting outside on a bench just to see what item he would give me, and he gave me the Black Flute, which is quite nice to add into my inventory. Let's move on onto the next battles. So this trainer here had Infertom, which looks crazy. I really love the look of this fusion, Rotom and Infernape, and they also had Corpion, which looks beautiful. Waythorn makes quick work of both of them, and the next trainer had an Alaring, which is Alakazam and Ursaring, which did put a bit of fear into me, but I took them out. Now to move on to Mount Moon. What Pokemon are we going to encounter and be able to capture in Mount Moon? Let's see what we encounter. We encounter Nosepass. Now, I'm quite a bit leveled up here. Level 15, level 9. I don't want to weaken it too much. Get it to half and throw my first Pokeball, and Nosepass has been caught. Now, the only fitting name for any Nosepass ever in any Nuzlocke or any game in general, you have to call your Nosepass Rudolph, because it's got a red nose, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, as everyone knows, is the best reindeer of them all. We then see Team Rocket talking about going further into the cave and being invincible, as the new bosses project is fully operational, and that's when they'll be invincible. They should probably go and had their fun with the wimps that they've taken out in the Poke Center. Let's see what other Pokemon we could have encountered. Yes, we could have encountered Volcarona. Did that annoy me? Yes, it did. Let's get out of this cave and wrap this video up. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like and a comment down below how I could improve these videos, because I am just trying to improve every single video for you guys. If you did enjoy, please leave a comment on why you enjoyed it, and if you made it this far into the video, comment burger. Thank you very much.